I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I honestly do find myself having a condescending giggle to myself whenever I see the low hanging fruit on both sides of the aisle debating and bickering and arguing about politics. You know, it's just the funniest things. Why did you vote for Trump? Trump is sent by Jesus to save the United States of America. I don't think that's how that story went, but okay, whatever. Why didn't you vote for Trump? Because he's an idiot and he's stupid. So, with both of those examples, what did we learn about either side's political know-how? Does either one of them sound like they know anything about real politics? No. It's a popularity contest. But when I see you guys arguing back and forth in the comment section, I can't help but laugh because it's just like y'all remind me of a Key and Peele skit. And it was like, for those of you that don't know Key and Peele, they do like comedy sketches all the time. And one of them was like, it was a group of friends, and there was like, out of the group of like, let's just call it 5 guys, there one of them was a little slow, right? So then the dude was like, hey, yo, man, talking to the slow guy, you want to play front hand, backhand? And like front hand, backhand is just which side of the hand do you want to be slapped with? So the guy was like, front hand. And he was like, bah, he got front hand slapped. Then he said backhand, so that he got backhanded. And then like they're like, okay, that was fun. Like they're trying to end it because like the joke is probably going a little too far. But the guy that doesn't get it is like a glutton for punishment. And he's like, no, front hand, I get the game, front hand. And then just like, dude, we don't even want to do this to you anymore. But the difference is the government will keep on front handing and backhanding you over and over and over. They do it every 4 years. Every 4 years, you pick front hand, backhand, Republican, Democrat, and neither one of you really know what either side really stands for these days. You know, it's funny to me. They're called the Republican and Democratic Party. What party have you been invited to? I'm not talking about the thing in your friend's backyard. I'm not talking about your neighbors get together at your local library, you fundraise and stuff. No. I'm talking about them's parties. The ones where you going out there and you moving multi-millions of dollars. You doing backroom deals, you know. You in there with your tuxes doing bids when all this is just bribery, just like under the guise of fundraising, lobbying and stuff. But yet y'all will... You guys will divide yourselves. You will divide the 99% based off of a couple of representations, the appearance of choice. I don't understand, you know, like for example, because I don't blindly hate like the Donnie, you know, I don't hate Donald Trump like that much. Like I don't trust neither one of them. It's a politician in the presidential seat of the United States of America Incorporated. He's the CEO of America. He's the president, just like a business, just like a company. He has a job to do. Now, whether you like him or not, I don't give a shit. These are politicians. We will all unanimously agree that politicians are the scum of the earth. But yet, you will disconnect from friends and family off of these same scums of the earth. This person, I wouldn't put this person out if they were on fire in front of me. I wouldn't even piss on them. I wouldn't spit on them. But you will disconnect from the people that were born into your family because of who you chose to check off a box for, as if you had a choice anyway. Look, man, like I keep on saying, there's levels to this shit. If you are sitting here arguing about Republican and Democrat, I've given this example before. In my finger, if you split this in half, that's Republican and Democrat. The first level of waking up is realizing that the entire circle itself is politics. So you got Republican, Democrat. Some of you don't even know that you're still arguing and you're playing the Matrix's game of politics, getting you dividing and arguing about stuff that you guys clearly aren't qualified enough to really speak on at an intellectual level, right? But then there's these other factors. They got you red and blue, these little catchphrases. They got red, blue. They got make America great again, build back better. Yes, we can. And a lot of you cannot really follow. You get someone elected and then you stop following them completely until the next year because you don't care about the politics. You don't care about what laws are being passed. You care about your team winning, and that's all you care about. So you can run around and say, that's my president or that's not my president, when either way, it doesn't matter. You're still part of the game. But the problem that I have with a lot of you is mainly for those of you that like don't like Trump. It's just like, guys, he's the new ringleader. He's the new game. He makes the new game rules. For those of you who play Dungeons and Dragons, it's like he's the one that's bringing in the new game, and you have to position yourself. He's gonna do some rich billionaire stuff at the federal level. Maybe you should position yourself with the things that are inevitable. You can spend these 4 years, well, I guess we're going on 3 years, but you can spend the rest of this term bitching and complaining about him, or you can say, okay, what's this idiot gonna do, and how can I capitalize off of this idiot's mistake? But y'all just gonna sit here because, like, Democrats, hello, this man was out of office for 3 years. Technically 4, but like he was out of office for 3 years, but there wasn't a week that went by that you guys didn't keep his name alive. You hate somebody so much, but yet you can't keep their names out your mouth. Y'all ever heard that phrase, there's no such thing as bad publicity? The guy that's a so-called a multi-felon, racist, rapist, all these types of things, still made it into power. Doesn't that tell you something about your system anyway? Why are you guys fighting about this? Even if you're a Republican that loves the Donnie, you still seen how everything is expensive? You see how these houses are going up? You see how this is a controlled demolition of the economy? I'm pretty sure, I thought the Republicans were the ones that wanted less government intervention, but yet y'all the Republicans running out there asking for the government to fix this and do that and do this. I'm just like, at what point do we not realize that all of y'all do not know what you're actually following at this point? Black people that are Democrats, it's like, don't how dare I say that, hey, but he did do this and this, and that's a really big deal at the federal level. Oh, so we got a Trump supporter over here. What? You didn't even know that was a thing, and I just exposed you to new information that can help you guide you in the moves that you make, whether in the legal side, the financial side, whatever. And I'm a Trump supporter because I don't blindly hate him as much as you. I don't hate or love. I'm indifferent. I know a politician's going to be a politician. I'm just going to put my pennies next to their dollars so I can still benefit from this. You see, you guys have not been invited to the real parties where all the real power is. If you're arguing in the comment section, you have no real power. You have real power when you can call up a mayor, you can call up a senator, you can call up a rep, you can call a country's leadership and say what you want to happen. If you can't control how the stock prices move, you have no power. Stop bickering about it. You gain your power. We have power in numbers. Even though there's some dumbasses in our midst, of the 99%, we are the power. Now, one day, I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to be the 1% because I will still help the people and still be rich. I will help the people and I will volunteer with the homeless, but I'm going to go home to the penthouse after I'm done. Hey, look, there's balance, equilibrium and stuff. But nevertheless, stop arguing about politics. Stop dividing the people. Stop dividing the 99% so the 1% can rule us all even easier. See what they're doing, and let's all band together against it. Let's have a real people's party. Stop voting for Republican and Democrat. Neither side of these groups care about you. Left wing, right wing is part of the same bird. Till the next one.